Hello friends, today's our topic is batch system. Let's see how batch system is working. So as you know, we have discussed earlier system. So what's happening in terms of earlier system? So look like it is our earlier system. So we are modifying little bit here. What we are going to modify? We are going to modify input and output methods. In case of earlier system, we are giving input in form of job, but here we will produce multiple job in a single batch. So here we will produce more than one job, like job 2, job 4, job 7, look like, and we will call it as a batch. So now maybe question in your mind, how this batch is going to be created. So one operator is over here. So what is the role of operator? Suppose there are multiple jobs, job 1, job 2, job 3 up to job n. So operator will collect this number of jobs and operator will make number of batches from this job. And this number of batches are working as an input for the earlier system. Suppose it is batch 1, it is batch 2 up to batch n. Now question is, which job will be produced in which batch? So operator will decide single batch according to the resource requirement of different job. Suppose here job 2, 4 and 7 require same number of resources like R1 and R3. So operator will put this number of jobs into single batch. Suppose some another jobs like job 1, job 3 and job 6 are there which requires resources R4 and R5. So operator will put this number of jobs in different batch. Same thing like there is job 5 and job 9 which require resource R2. So operator will put this type of jobs into single batch, and this batch is going to the input of earlier system. Same thing in terms of output, we require entire batch. Get it? So we will get output in form of batch. Now what is the benefit by producing the input as a entire batch? In earlier system we are placing single job as an input. Here we are placing multiple jobs. It means a set of jobs as an input. So our CPU remain more busy as compared to earlier system. Get it? In terms of accessing the single job, so it will take more number of time during load and unload of different types of jobs. Whereas whenever multiple jobs which jobs requirement are similar, so it is easy to access the resource simultaneously one by one, and in very frequent resource allotment can be happen here. So as compared to earlier system, it is easy to handle the number of jobs in batch processing system, and CPU will remain more busy as compared to earlier system. Now thing is that why we are keeping our CPU more busy, because day by day our requirement is for the fastest execution. It means we want to access number of resources very faster. Day by day we require higher speed processors. Look like if we are using i3, so we are looking for i5. Same if we are using i5, so we are looking for i7. So day by day user want to perform their task or process with the higher speed. So here in case of batch system, it is entire work is carried out in very easiest fashion as compared to earlier system, as well as it will produce more speed as compared to earlier system. Get it? Now if we have a question, so batch processing system is efficient? No, there are also some limitations, because whenever we are loading the entire batch, so again it will take some amount of time during load and unload, because here same thing look like earlier system, common memory is going to be used again. There is no separation of primary memory and secondary memory, so everything we have to adjust into the common memory. So that is one limitation. So we will overcome this limitation into our next operating system, that is spooling. So next we will discuss spooling. Thank you very much for watching batch system.